if you look at the statistics, we're looking at 20 to 25% of the cyber workforce in the world is made up of females. But to me, that is just a number, because if you look at other professions like HR, about 65 to 75% of the HR workforce is female. However, the point there is only 39% of those get to leadership positions. So this is not just an issue around cyber, but it is an issue around how we bring women into various fields and help them progress. So that statistic will probably remain the same if we don't fix that leaky pipeline. The biggest blocker I find for both employees and employers is mindset. There's a mindset that shows that cyber is a technical subject. And there's loads of misperceptions around cyber as well, which hinders women from progressing or even entering cyber. So I think the first thing to tackle is that mindset change for us women to understand what cyber actually is and how some of the skills, technical and non-technical skills, can be used in this field. For the employers, it's also mindset change where, again, cyber is seen as a male-dominated field, and so, they're looking for a certain kind of cyber person. When they have a cyber expert in mind or even a cyber leader in mind, they have a certain persona in mind. And we need to change from thinking in that traditional way to looking at what the new cyber force looks like. So I would say by having inclusive for all policies and procedures in place. What I mean by that is, don't just think about how would this help women in my organization. Think about how is this particular policy inclusive for all. So for example, one of the biggest barriers for some women to progress within the organization is when they're returning from a career break, for example, whether it's through sickness or through care responsibilities, and that could be anybody, right? So what is a return to work policy look like? How flexible are the employers being? That's just one example. But giving that flexibility to anybody returning back from a career break will help every group, not just women. So making sure that we're looking at holistic policies that are inclusive for all. I think the other thing to do is understanding why some of these diverse groups, like women, are valuable to fields like cybersecurity. What do we add to the organization? What value do we bring to the business? And why are we so important for the success of the organization? For anybody who wants to enter into cyber or is just new to cyber, I would refer them to the UK Cybersecurity Council. If you go onto their website, you will see a huge amount of knowledge and information around all the different cyber roles you could do. And for each of those roles, there's a whole career pathway mapped out for you, within which you can understand what the roles are about, what sort of training and development you need, what sort of courses you need to do, and where you can get them. That could be your starting point. And then when you look at getting support through that or navigation through the careers, definitely look for mentors. We in BAE Systems, we run a Women in Cybersecurity program, and that program does mentorship, and one of our biggest work streams is RISE, which is our mentorship program, and we offer mentorship not just to BAE Systems female professionals, but across our partner nations and partner organizations as well. So tap into those sort of mentorship programs, because we give you access to so many cyber professionals, leaders, male, female, from all different backgrounds. And imagine what information and support you can leverage from those mentors. Build a network of cyber professionals around you that you can learn from and that can help you guide through your career. So if you are a successful female leader in cybersecurity, sponsor another female. Sponsor somebody aspiring to be a future cyber leader. Help them navigate through their career and show them the lessons you learned, the mistakes you made, so they don't make the same mistakes again. So having that support from some of our female leaders is great. And the other point I'll say is, if you are a successful female leader in cyber, get on a stage, talk about it, shout about it. It's not about ego, it's not about showing off. This is about inspiring others, inspiring the next pipeline of talent that we want to bring into the cyber field. So definitely talk about how you got there and how others can too.